Hello, dear students. We are discussing our chapter The Living Organism Characteristics and Habitats. Okay, now today we will read about or explain about habitat and adaptation. Okay, from here we will start today. Okay, what do you find from the plants and animals listed in activity 1? As we have done one activity, okay, you have filled this table 9.1. So what do you find by after filling this table? That you definitely you find there are different kinds of animals, different kinds of plants, different kind of other objects in forest, on mountains, in the desert, in the sea. Okay, we have seen different kinds of different variety there. Okay, same thing he is asking about him, it is asking us. Okay, did you find a large variety in them? Yes, we have we find a large variety here. Look at what you have entered in the column for the desert and column for the sea in table 9.1. Okay, you can see that your table you have filled so many things there. So it is asking only about the column for the sea and the desert. Okay, did you list very different kind of organism in these two columns? Definitely yes, your answer should be yes. Yes sir, we have filled different organism in these two columns, like fish in one column, then camel in another column, like that. Okay, what are the surrounding likes in these two regions? You know very well that in desert there are in daytime there is very high temperature, and at night there is very low temperature. Okay, there is a difference of temperature. And about atmosphere, if any kind of animal, suppose I am giving you an example of I am giving you an example of one animal which live in desert, like, can you give any example? Camel. Okay, camel, you can give example, you can take example of camel, that it takes gases from its surrounding, from air also. But in sea we can take any fish, because we know there are different kind of fish in the sea. And we know that fish take gases or air from water, not from land. Okay, this is very important things. In the sea, plants and animals are surrounded by salty water, as I already told you. Most of them use the air dissolved in water. Okay, there is very little water available in the desert. All of us know this thing, that there is very little water in the desert. It's very hot in the daytime and very cold at night in the desert. You should know this thing. Okay, that ever uh, if you ever go to a desert, then definitely you know this thing, that it's a very hot in the daytime and very cold at night in the desert. The animals and plants of the desert live on the desert soil and breathe air from the surrounding, we know. Okay, the sea and the desert are very different surroundings, and we find a very different kind of plants and animals in these two regions, isn't it? Every student who is watching this video knows about this thing. Okay, that there are different kinds of plants and animals in different places. Let's look at two very different kind of organisms from the desert and the sea. Okay, it is also saying that it is also giving us some example. Okay, a camel and a fish, it's very good. Okay, the body structure of a camel helps it to survive in desert condition. Okay, as we know that there is a hump in a camel on his backside. So here the body structure of camel is just different from any other animal which live in another condition. Camel have long legs. okay, which helps to keep their body away from the heat of the sand. This is also very important point, that the feet of the camel is very long, okay. The camel have long legs because there is a so many heat on the sand, okay, and the body should away from the heat of the sand. They excrete small amount of urine. This is also property of that animal. We are talking about camel, okay. Camel excrete small amount of urine. Their dung is dry and they do not sweat because there is a deficiency of water in the desert. So such type of property lies in that animal. Since camels lose very little water from their bodies, they can live for many days without water, okay. Let's look at different kind. Okay, we talked about camel now. uh, okay, now let's look at the fish, okay. Some of these are shown in figure. Okay, there are so many kinds of fish we know, but do you see that they all have something common about their shape? We already discussed it on our chapter number 8. The shape of fishes helps them move inside the water because they have slippery scales on their body, and we know that the streamline shape of the fishes and gills also present in the fishes help them to use oxygen dissolved in water, okay. So these are the important points. We see that the features of fish help it to live inside water, and the features of a camel help it to survive in a desert. Okay, we have taken example of camel and fish. So fish help it to live inside water. The features of fish and the features of camel help it to survive in the desert, okay. This is important thing. So we have taken only two examples from a very wide variety of animal. You can take any other example, you can read about those two different examples, different properties, okay. In all this variety of organism, we will find that they have certain features that help them in live in the surrounding in which they are normally found. The presence of specific features or certain habits which enable an organism to live naturally in a place is called adaptation. This is called adaptation, dear students. The specific features, as we have seen in camel, that a camel has hump in his backside, okay, and fish that has gills, okay. Some different features, some certain features that help them live in the surrounding in which they are normally found. The presence of these specific features or certain habits which enable an organism to live naturally in a place is called adaptation. All of you should know the definition of adaptation, okay. Adaptation, अनुकूल, ठीक है. We usually say we adapt this. If we do not adapt this, we cannot survive like that, okay. Adaptation means the presence of specific features or certain habits which enable an organism to live naturally in a place, okay. Adaptation of organism differ depending on their place of dwelling. Dwelling means the home place where the animal or whatever we have given example live, okay. That is a dwelling, okay. Adaptation of organisms differ depending on their place of dwelling. That's why a fish cannot live out of water and a camel cannot live in sea. We cannot assume that we also, okay, I cannot live in sea, under the sea I cannot live, okay. So this is important thing, okay. The place where organisms live is called habitat. Habitat means dwelling place, okay, or home. The habitat provides food, water, air, shelter and other needs to organism. Several kinds of plants and animal in the animal live in the same habitat, okay. The plants and animals that live on land are said to live in terrestrial habitats, okay. There are different kinds of habitats. What do you understand about habitat? Habitat means the place where organisms live is called habitat, Okay, the plants and animals that live on land are said to live in terrestrial habitats, and we have some examples of terrestrial habitats: forest, grasslands, desert, coastals, and mountains region. On the other hand, the habitats of plants and the animals that live in water, that is called aquatic habitats. There are two kind of habitats. Okay, aquatic habitats means those animals that live in water. Okay, that places that live in water, that is called aquatic habitats. And about terrestrial habitats, about when there is a ground or like that earth place. Okay, lakes, rivers, and oceans are, these are the examples of aquatic habitats. No problem in that. Okay, there are large variations among terrestrial habitats like forest, grassland, desert, coastland, mountain region located in different parts of the world. Okay, but this is the main thing for today. Now we are able to give answer about habitats and adaptation. Okay, thank you dear students.